read right. MAGA Republican Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away at the age of 71 suddenly. Yes, this is a smile on my face. Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. I mean, God, we was talking about Mitch and Wiggs, but you know what? A win is a win. And of course, Wiggs R Us has put out a statement. He said, Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known, is unalived. He was always working, and he was always true to American patriots. I'm gonna skip over that. He was true to Israel. He said Lindsey will be greatly missed. Details and arrangements to follow. Lindsey Graham served 23 years in his seat as a Republican in North Carolina, okay? He's done some damage to this country. He's worked very hard to make sure that the Republican establishment in the South stayed exactly what it was. And he also fought very hard for Israel. Really hard for Israel. My final words for Lindsey Graham is elevator going down. I mean, we're just waiting on 2 more, maybe 3.
I am stunned at Lindsey Graham's death, but I pray that he is reunited with his friend, John McCain, that they both are experiencing God's love, grace, mercy, and forgiveness. My prayers are with his family and all those who loved and cherished him. I will miss my perhaps most unexpected friend in the Senate, and someone with whom I got some good things done.
There are certain things I can't say if I want this video to stay up, but I can see why Rosario Dawson left his ass. Corey, if you had passed away, Lindsey Graham would be celebrating your death. I'm just saying, like, let's not pretend if the shoe was on the other foot, he would be showing decorum. He would be calling you a traitor, and he would be saying you got what you deserved. But it's not surprising. In fact, this was expected. I totally saw him doing this. I see him, I see Chuck Schumer, I see Jeffries, I see all the moderate centrist Democrats coming out showing decorum for a man that would not show it for them. Let's stop playing games with these people. We're better off that he's gone. Sorry, Corey, but you're missing the mark once again. You are not meeting the times. And it's people like you, why people like Lindsey Graham existed to begin with. And others will exist just like him. No one should be surprised by that, but give me your thoughts down below. Stay hopeful, trust your gut. You're not crazy.
What I gotta say is, oh well, this right here, it is shocking. Welcome back. How are y'all doing? Thank you to all my 10 subscribers. I really appreciate y'all, and if you're new here, we bring everything trending just like this right now of the passing of Lindsey Graham. This news is buzzing the internet because a lot of people, they were not expecting this news at all. You know, he just came back from the Ukraine, and the reporters were asking him questions about another senator that nobody knows what's going on with him, and the people were asking about him, and he was saying he was gonna go to check up on that senator. So for everybody to wake up and hear that he is gone, it is shocking. You know, a lot of people are for what Lindsey Graham stood for, and a lot of people were against what Lindsey Graham stood for. That's why we had different reactions online. We know the MAGA do not want anything called war. MAGA want peace. MAGA want American first. And Lindsey Graham has been supporting Ukraine. And a lot of MAGAs are not in for that because of the war. So that's why I said different reactions y'all going to be seeing, and I'm going to be rolling it for y'all. But how do you guys feel for y'all to hear the passing of Lindsey Graham just like that? This is shocking.
As I'm sure you've all heard by now, Lindsey Graham is dead. And while I can't believe I have to say it, I'll fucking say it. In this house, when a piece of shit dies, they are still a piece of shit. And you could not pay me to eulogize about a motherfucker who said things like this.
I just want to say I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people and we're cutting your taxes. Trump is my favorite president. We've run out of bombs. We didn't run out of bombs in World War II.
That's who we're eulogizing about? That's who people are calling an unlikely friend across the aisle and a hero in the Senate. Fuck that. Lindsey Graham was a warmongering fucking freak who took active glee in the bombing of innocents. I don't have a single polite thing to say about the fact that he's dead, other than I hope they open his grave to the public so I can fucking piss on it. Fuck being polite about the deaths of people who cheered for bombing kids.
So Senator Lindsey Graham has died, and I'm doing my best to be respectful about this. Because while I'm sure this is a tough time for the Graham family, this is an absolute win for the people of the United States. The reality is that Lindsey Graham has supported every bad decision by our government over the last 30 years. Like everything that has fucked up our country over the last couple decades, Lindsey Graham was there to support it. So, look, while I feel for his family, it's obviously a very trying time. It's a very emotional time for them. I'm not going to lie and pretend like this man ever did anything good for America, ever. He just didn't. I mean, shit, what was the last thing he was doing before he passed? He was in Ukraine trying to drum up support for us to spend more money on them. He went to visit them because we had stopped laundering money through Ukraine, and he was looking for excuses to go back to what we were doing. So like I said, look, I feel for his family. I'm sure this is a tragic loss for anyone who knew him, or at least anyone who cared about him. But like I said, as an American citizen, this is an absolute win.
Because let me be the first to tell you, Lindsey Graham is gone, y'all. I'm filming this at like 1:20 in the morning, but his Twitter just released a statement saying, on the evening of Saturday, July 11th, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham passed away from a brief and sudden illness. So, yeah, if and you would, why don't you go ahead and join me for a celebratory garden salad stick? We smoking that Lindsey Graham pack tonight, or morning, whenever you seeing this shit. Start your day, end it, I don't give a fuck. Gonna do it with a smile. At least I am. I know some of y'all that seeing this are probably gonna be pretty pissed at me, but you know what I don't give a fuck. And you know what Lindsey Graham ain't gonna do? Wake up tomorrow to care about it. And they say nothing good happens after midnight. I beg to differ. Getting this news was great. Anyways, y'all have you a wonderful evening, morning, whatever the fuck. Just do me one favor. Keep the boots out of your mother mouth and remember that the golden rule will always remain yeehaw flow. Love y'all.
Hunter Biden has responded to the passing of Lindsey Graham, and he gave the perfect response. Now, if you somehow missed it, overnight, Lindsey Graham passed away suddenly, and the response has been immediate. It's been everything from sincere condolences to absolute celebration and everything in between. And however you feel, however you're reacting is perfectly okay. Do not let anybody tell you differently. But Hunter Biden, of all people, was able to sum up this wide range of emotions with this post. Take a look. Now, you can pause if you want to read the whole thing. I'm going to sum it up for you right now. He's saying, look, essentially, I'm going to remember the Lindsey Graham from before Trump, the man that was friends with my father, the man that could disagree with Democrats, fight over policy, but then have a meal and be friends with them afterwards. And close by saying this: I will choose to remember the time before Trump because I believe in an America after Trump. And I think this sums it up perfectly. Lindsey Graham is two very different people, pre and post Trump, which is why there is a wide range of emotions of his passing. But we have to have hope that we can get back.
News was like Christmas morning, but even fucking better. And if you think that I am cruel for saying that shit, I don't care. I will stand 10 toes down on it. Because this is the same man who said that he not only supports Israel, but he actively hopes they level Gaza, just like America did with Hiroshima. And that is only the tip of the iceberg of the horrible shit this person has said and done over his career in politics. So anyway, yeah, he can rest in piss. He can rest in piss.
For his sudden passing, here's Senator Lindsey Graham holding a drone in Ukraine. He was visiting a facility that was blown up by Russia before he even came back home and had a sudden illness and went into cardiac arrest, according to official reports. No one said anything about Vladimir Putin spicing up his breakfast, and why would you? We have enough trouble with Iran and China. Sometimes if someone does your dirty job for you, you just keep it moving, you keep it moving. And I grew up Catholic. I'm not gonna say anything if I don't have anything nice to say, but the reactions online seem very fair, seem proportional to what Lindsey Graham put out there in the world. This was not a good person. He was just not. And I just came here to tell you in case you didn't know, because it's a little cloudy today. And I just wanted to bring some sort of sunshine into your day. Have a good Sunday.
Breaking news, Lindsey Graham has passed away. Senator Lindsey Graham has passed away suddenly and unexpectedly at the age of 71. This was not on my bingo card, everyone. Literally jumped out of bed to film this. The jammies are on. He just got back from Ukraine, where he spoke to reporters on Friday. This came out of nowhere, but last night, apparently, reports are an ambulance was called to his home for a man in cardiac arrest. And his office released this statement on Twitter. On the evening of Saturday, July 11th, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham passed away from a brief and sudden illness. He served for 23 years and had been a good friend of Senator John McCain and a staunch Trump critic before completely flipping personalities. And now we have a dilemma. We have Mitch McConnell, who is missing, who J.D. Vance went to Kentucky to try and find, and now Lindsey Graham, out of nowhere, just holy, absolute. More info as it comes, guys.
I did not see this one coming. Lindsey Graham has died. While we are all waiting to see if Mitch McConnell is dead or alive and if Donald Trump will kick the bucket any day soon, the one person that dies is Lady G. So, okay, bye.
I don't know about y'all. I was shocked when I heard this news. And I'm going to say credit to all the critics for giving us the opportunity to add our comments. Please go down in the comment section. How do you feel when you heard about this news? I was shocked. I said, this got to be a fake news. This got to be an AI. Until I started, seeing the repost, the commentary, until I started listening to it on the major network. That's why I be like, what? I was shocked. Lindsey Graham's majority of us we have never met Lindsey Graham. But the work that he did in terms of the vote, in terms of his policy, has affected a lot of people, whether in a positive way or in a negative way. That's why we are seeing these different reactions online. What do you guys think? Drop your comment. How do you feel when you heard about his passing? Were you expecting Lindsey Graham? I don't know. It's still shocking. I will catch up with you guys in the next one. Credit to all the creators, and thank you to all my return subscribers. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm still in the shop.